Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In light of the disaster in Florida, or the tragedy in Florida, rather, I'd like to just offer condolences and say this. The police are going to do their investigation. That's obligatory. FBI is going to do part of it. And there's only a couple things that are going to come out of this. A lot more devastation, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of sadness, heartbreak, and that's the sad part of it all, right there. But what I want to also urge people to do, if you're getting frustrated with something, or by something, or by someone, stop. Take a break. Get away from it. You know, we can't, you know, there's an old adage out there, you can't fix stupid. But in light of what's happened here, the people, you know, 17 innocent lives are lost, and that's tragic at best. But they're tragic in itself. It's just, we have to figure out and design a new way of keeping people in check. This guy should not have been on campus. You know, if he had, at best, he should never have been on campus anyways, because they had alerts out on him. For God's sake. People were told to keep him off the campus. Not blaming the administrators. But what it's going to wind up doing now, this whole thing is going to bubble up into a situation where our schools are going to look like airports more than anything else, where we have metal detectors in every door. Kids are now, you know, I've noticed this year a little bit more. Kids now have to, when they go to school, they're in uniforms, and by God, they're wearing ID cards around their neck, like a factory worker. So that the staff and the security agents in the building knows that they belong there. My recommendation and my thought would be this. If you have those ID cards, make it to where nobody can get in unless they swipe a door. Make it more and more difficult. I know that in some places they have another type of monitoring system to access control the buildings, but I'm not going to talk much about that because that's a security issue, and I'm not going to divulge what I'm talking about in full length. But I'm going to just say this. Educators and law enforcement will be having plenty of discussions over the summer, I'm sure, about how to beef up security in and around schools. And to tell you the truth, I'm all for it. Beefing up security so that our kids can go to school and be kids. They shouldn't be worried about the kid next to them, the kid behind them, or across the hall. It's not what school is intended to do. You're not supposed to be living in that kind of environment. Back when I was in school, the worst thing that we had to do was worry about a D- on our history report, or even an E, or an upcoming progress report being mailed to your house. How to explain that? But back to the reality of this, we need to get more community involvement and have the community step up in a huge way and say, look, we need more help than what our teachers, custodians, office staff, and whatever can provide us with the backup. If I'm not mistaken, that school had a hall monitor, an adult hall monitor. I don't know what all happened in the whole scenario. I'm not speculating. I'm not going to throw stones. It's a tragedy at best. But I'm just going to say this. Somebody has to figure out a way to put an end to this idiocy, to this madness. And I'm sorry. But I know that there's a lot of people saying, well, we need to start blaming this group, blaming that group. No. We need to blame the fool that fool that possibly gave them access. Blame the people that didn't properly motivate or educate the kid. And I use that right there. That is the key phrase of all day. I think the kid wasn't properly motivated or properly educated. Psychologically, I don't know what was going on in the kid's mind. It's hard for me to speculate. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. Not going to go there. But I will say this. It's a damn tragedy. And I think that we need to figure out a way, like I said before, and I'll say it again, figure out a way to end these tragedies before they become realities. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to write me back and tell me what you think. Now, I'm not talking about these slanted comments. I'm talking about real ideas. I'm looking for a few. My idea would be to put, like I said, card readers in to open the doors. You didn't have a card reader, you had to call the office and make an appointment. That's just my idea, that's my opinion. Thank you.